Hey everyone, this is Stephanie with Energy Aligns, and this is my Thursday Tarot Insight. Every Thursday I show up here to pull one tarot card that harnesses the energy of the collective, so we can take a look at what's actually going on in the bigger picture energetically, and then I talk about how we can bring that information into our individual lives. And here we are in the week of November 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and the card I pulled today is the Moon card, and it is number 18 in the major arcana. So we have the major arcana and the minor arcana. And if you've been watching my tarot insights, you know that I've, often pull the minor arcana, which are the suits. And lately, I think I seem to be pulling more of the major arcanas. And that means that we're going through, what we're going through is kind of bigger picture stuff. The minor arcana, is a little bit focusing just sometimes on the day-to-day or the cycles that we're going through on an individual or smaller level. Here we are with a major arcana, the Moon. And I have really thought about this card a lot lately. As you can see, it's kind of torn up in my deck. And so I see the back of it and I know which card I'm going to pull when I see it from the back. So it's kind of funny when it comes out, and it's hard to explain how it kind of comes out because I saw the card and I'm like, oh, that's kind of shuffled in there, and I laid the cards out and I gently put my hand across them, and that's the one that kind of pulled out, and I laughed because I've been really thinking about this card a lot. I just want to talk about the number really quick because we've talked about the cycles 1 through 10 and how the tarot really follows that, especially with the minor arcana. When we go 1 through 10, we're going through a cycle of learning and growth, evolving, awareness around certain things. And I was drawn to the number here because you look at it, it's 18, but when you break it down, it turns into 9. So in a cycle from 1 to 10, the 9 is when we really are almost to the end of a cycle of something, of some major growth. And we take a pause, we take a beat to really look within and check in and make sure, okay, am I on the same page as all this learning and growth? Am I still committed? Is this really where I'm going? Do I have all my eggs in my basket kind of thing? And it's kind of just a pause before the end of the cycle, because, once we move forward, we take all that with us, and then we go through some more growth. And so that's what this card symbolizes to me. Not only is this card, just by looking at it, very, ancient wisdom and a very ancient calling that's happening. But when I sit with the cards before I actually pull them, I look at the energy of the collective and then I pull a card to symbolize it. And what I saw was so much emotion. Obviously, there's so much emotion happening right now within us and without us. And that's really symbolized in this card. Lots of emotion. And I see it in two ways and two waves, really. It's coming at us in waves from outside of us, right? It's coming at us from others, the individuals inside the collective. And it's coming at us from the collective, but it's actually being really generated by individuals within the collective. So it's like, if you look at the energy of the waves of emotion I'm talking about, energetically, it really looks like a big wall of water, but within that are all the little molecules, right? So let's put it that way. And so why that information came through, that it's the individuals within the collective energy of the emotion coming at us. Why that came through, it's a really good question. It came through, I believe, because we all have our sovereignty within the collective. And I talked about it last time. We are all sovereign beings. We all can make our own choices, and we're choosing what we are now. And it's very emotional. And it's coming right at us. And the other way and wave it's coming is from within us, from inside of us. So it's welling up and it's really stirring inside of us. You can see these ancient, I don't even know what that's like, a crustacean, ancient beings in this card that are sort of welling up inside of us. And I see it as ancient wisdom. And the information that came when I really looked at that is, it is all as it ever was. And it is also evolving and taking new shapes and forms. All the energy that ever was is still, and it's evolving and changing and shaping and growing upon the old, but also containing the old. And there are these reserves of wisdom that each of us has. And I've talked about this a lot. So if you're hearing the call and you're even listening to this Tarot Insight this far, or any of my Tarot Insights, you are hearing the call. And if you're hearing it in whatever way you're hearing it, listen. Right? Listen to the call. This is the ancient wisdom. It's, we're tapping into it now. We have access to it. And I've talked about this a lot, is, getting quiet and taking our downtime. That's like the perfect way to start accessing it. But this card is showing us that, these times are quite new. And these times are calling on us to really dig deep, really to listen, and really to tap into all the tools and reserves. If you worked with energy before, if you've had an energy reading, if you've read tarot, our bodies are carrying actual cells from our ancient ancestors, right? Like, we're all connected, and there is wisdom in us. It's in us, and we can access it. And that's really what this card is about. So how can we tap into the moon, the energy of this card right now? And the question to ask ourselves is this: what is being called of me right now? What is being called of me right now? Now, when we ask these questions, these are really questions for contemplation. You don't have to always answer them with your mind and go, okay, I know the answer to that. But it's a good exercise to quiet down, close your eyes, go within, maybe do a little writing around what comes to you when you're asking these questions in contemplation. Okay, so the question is, what is being called of me right now to feel? And what is being called of me right now to do? These are two separate answers. And it'll be interesting to see what you get for yourself. You may have a lot to do right now, daily or out there, but you can find quiet time. Okay? And finding quiet time to reflect, this is all I got for you this time, to really reflect on this question: what am I being called to do, and what am I being called to feel? This will affect you, and this will affect the world that is around you when you look at this. I guarantee it. So I know that times are kind of weird right now and wild, and they're always changing. And if you're on social media a lot, you're getting a lot thrown at you. And I'm here. I'm throwing something at you. But so it's not bad. It's just take it easy. I really encourage you to find your quiet moments. Find some time to check in with yourself. We have access to a lot of information, and the way I see it, we have access to more information than we have been able to access. But it's interesting that this information is welling up so much and with so much ease to access, and yet it's getting noisier. Like, there's more distraction. So it's harder for us to find the quiet time. Like, I can speak for myself. I am struggling to find my quiet practice. It's gotten to be very difficult, and I've had to be very creative in my ways of finding my quiet time. So it's possible, and there's no perfection in it, but you won't be disappointed, and I encourage you to do it. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions about what I've talked about here, any questions about tarot, energy work, and if you want a meditation or two, you can always go to my website where I have some meditations, and also my YouTube channel, Energy Alliance. Okay, I'm sending lots of love and deep awareness your way. Take care. Bye.